Hi again. Thank you for all the lovely comments about the the almond 3.5. That's off to its new owner now. He's been using it for a week or so now, so I think it's probably 2 weeks now. But as I said before, I had another P6. This is a 19. Wait, the shell is a late 66, late 66, early 67 car. Some of the things on it are 1966, and it was registered on the 15th of March 1967. So I imagine the shell would have been made in 66, being quite an early 67 car. Anyway, the car had been off the road since 1992. The chap who had it bought it brand spanking new, and he drove it all the way up until 93, then sadly passed away. Yeah, he drove it till 92, then passed away in 1993. Then the car sat in storage until about 2015, I think, and then it got bought by another chap, off the chap that got it off the family, and then it ended up on eBay, and a friend of mine bought it for 500 quid. It looked okay in the pictures. I'll do a video on the pictures of the car for when it arrived at some point, and some of the previous restoration pictures. And the engine was seized, and it was very rotten, as they normally are. And a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, started the restoration. He did a cracking job of all the bits that he did. He did the suspension, he did all the welding. He rebuilt the engine, it had new pistons in it, new timing chain, all the usual bits. It now runs excellent, just needs the carburetor setting up really. It had a new clutch in it, all the bits, new brake lines, everything. I'll do a walk around the car in a second. And then basically he started to paint the panels. He replaced a couple of the wings and some other pieces. And he started painting them, which is not a bad painter to be fair, but the paint never actually went off, which is a shame. It was cellulose, and basically the paint suppliers are selling some really old paint, and whatever the catalyst is in cellulose had gone, so the paint stayed soft. So he stripped all the panels back to bare metal again, re-primed them all, and then tried again, got paints from a different supplier, and the same thing happened again. So he lost heart in it, and then he was moving house, and basically he just needed it out of the way. So he knew I had the almond one, and I'm into P6s and classic cars in general, so I purchased it, and I'm now carrying on with the restoration where he left off. So onto the car. As you can see, he's done the engine bay. It's not over restored, it's done to be original. So you'll see, like, you've got the original hose on the vacuum, and you've got the original paint on the spark plug tube, a little chip on the end. It's like the stuff that was decent he's left, which I quite like. He's welded all this under here, repaired all this, rebuilt the brake servo, new hoses and all that bits and stuff. Like I say, it runs great. And then underneath into the wheel arches, so it's had new shocks, new brake lines, new flexes, everything. They even put a set of new tyres on it that haven't even been used yet. And there's the bulkhead, lovely and solid, and all where he's repaired it, you wouldn't even know. He made new hockey sticks for it. They're slightly fatter than the original, but there's nothing wrong with that. He got to the point where he put the screen back in and the dash is all assembled, but he never got any further than that with the inside. And he's done a lot of repairs in here, and I've cleaned them up and tidied them up. He's had new panels put in here and new sections in. And because the car was living under a cover outside, some of the things went surface rusty, so I've bare metaled everything. It's all been PR15, PR15 stone chipped and then blacked. Like I said, the floors in this are lovely, and all the inner sills are nice. It's a very, very good car. The roof rails are lovely on it. It's not been done. Oh, the masking tape's on there because it's got all the glue still on there, and every time I touched it, it went everywhere. So far to the car I've done the floors. He'd schultzed it underneath everywhere, all the underneath. I'll do a video of the underneath of the car. The car is like brand new underneath. It's all shiny and painted and pristine. But what he'd done, he'd put some paint on the boot floor, because the boot floor's been repaired in places which you can't really see. But because it'd been stood out, all the paint had flaked and stuff. So I stripped the boot floor back to bare metal, the boot pan and the repaired areas, resealed and sealed them, and then I zinc primed them with Bonder primer, PR15 them. Then the whole boot floor was stone chipped, and then painted satin black, so it would look like it would have done. In '67, the boot edges were done black, but in '66 they were white, and this was a bit of both. It had a bit of white and a bit of black. It was very strange. But yeah, under the decker panel was very nice. He's done a couple of repairs in there, but really nice. This body number was on the side of the car when he got it, and when he Schultzed it all, he put the number back on. This car has got quite a few interesting body marks, scribbles on inside of panels and so on, which I'll feature them as we get there. But yeah, all the D-posts, he had all the D-posts off, rebuilt all that. So yeah, so we're in the process of doing the panels. The bonnet's bare metalled. There's some of the panels that need stripping because they've got the bad paint on. But like I say, it wasn't turning out too bad. But the other panels are in the paint room, which I shall show you in a second of them. Well, we're in the paint room now, and the basically the sanding room. So these are the panels that I've stripped. This rear wing's had a section put in it, because the rest of the wing's lovely. There's the roof, all bare metalled. Rear valance, wing, other wing, and the decker panel is also bare metal now. So we've just got to give them another quick DA-ing over, and then we can etch prime them after some of the filler work's been done on the ones that need it. The roof's lovely, and this wing is got some overspray on it now, but we need to bare metal this. It's actually a new old stock wing that he bought, and he painted it. So this will be lovely. But you can see, if you look closely, the micro blisters in the paint as well, where it didn't quite cure. Or it could be solvent pop, or it could be silica in the air, but either way the paint has not fully cured. But yeah, so I'll do further updates if you guys are interested. And I also have another car as well, which I shall do a video on. So, thank you for watching.